So I'll just quickly tell you how to delegate. Like what is actually needed in the common steps. What are the actual action steps for your agency in order to delegate the right way? First of all, what we're going to start with is clarity. Meaning, explain the exact task they have to do, what outcome you want out of it, what result do they have to achieve, and why it is important. If you even leave one of those things out, you're going to have a problem, because even if they just don't know why the task is important, they're never going to fully understand what they're even supposed to do. So first step is give them the clarity of what exactly it means to do this task and what you expect out of it. Just telling them this and this, do this, it doesn't make sense. Tell them, I want these many stops, I want these many sales, this reply time, and you're responsible for that now. Makes sense. Cool. Next up, give them the right documentation, meaning they need clear SOPs, they need templates, screenshots, screen recordings, walkthroughs, PDFs, all that shit. And there's not too much documentation. Let me just help you get that out of your head. If you hire a Reddit VA, he needs to have an entire like Google Docs archive of what exactly happens in each stage of the process, what to do when this happens, what to do when this happens. 5 screen recordings of you doing the exact job he has to do with commentary, with all the ifs and don'ts and do's, all that shit, screenshots and the direct loggings, all of it. He needs to have the entire documentation, because that means you can now keep him accountable. If you never gave him the full spectrum of the entire task, you can't keep him accountable for fuck-ups. But if everything that could possibly happen, everything he could possibly do is noted down and you gave it to him and he does a mistake, you can be very binary. Be like, listen, you could have looked it up, you didn't. Okay, fuck you. Now you can keep him accountable, and he also knows that. So he's like, well, I can't do mistakes because he told me how to do it. So I might actually have to understand it. Makes sense. People not understanding the task. I'm going to get to all the why that's important and how to actually do it later. Each of those could be a single Loom video in itself. Super fucking important. 99% of agencies don't get the documentation right, and after a year, the employees still don't really know what to do, and they're just kind of freestyling to this day. Next up, training, obviously makes sense. Again, could be a Loom video in itself. Train them, let them shadow you first, let them see how it's done, let them ask questions, and let them get better over time. You all know, I think most of you have done either combat sports or any type of athletic measure in the past. I don't walk in a boxing gym and my trainer tells me, okay, you have to throw a jab. And I'm like, okay, cool, boss, thank you. I'll see you at my next pro fight. It doesn't work like that. The first couple of sessions, you focus on the footwork, then on the guard, then on the jabs, then on jab cross, then on a couple combinations. Where do you go? Where's your head? Where's your shoulders? It's step-by-step learning. So they have to go through a real training process that is scripted out. You're just giving them like a screen recording and a call where it's like, okay, you chat like this, you do this, cool. Understood? Any questions? Cool. Here's your chatting shift. Have fun. Of course, they're going to fuck it up. And it costs you months. So they have to go through a dedicated training process first. And depending on how planned through your training process is, this might already be your bottleneck. Trust me on that. Next up, autonomy plus accountability makes sense. Give them the power to do their job, but also track the performance. So they shouldn't be micromanaged. And if they're in higher positions, they should have all the power to get their job done. If it's a chatting supervisor, if it's a manager, you are responsible for giving him the power to make up rules and enforce them. So introduce him to the team, explain to everyone, he is in charge of the entire thing now. He's calling the shots now. Here's the access to everything. Here's your scripts. Here's the OF. Give them the autonomy to work by themselves, but also help them accountable to every KPI, every single report they do. They need to know that they're being supervised. As you know, there's this famous experiment where people thinking they're being supervised, people thinking there's a camera in their room, they behave completely differently. And it's the same with employees. If they know everything they do eventually is going to come back to them, it's going to be watched at, and it's going to be tracked, and it's going to be talked through in a one-on-one meeting, you can imagine how they work. The problem is most of your employees don't think that what they do will actually get controlled. Maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, but most of the messages your chatters send, nobody really looks at it. And this is why they fuck up. They know how to do it. Let me break this to you. Your chatters, your employees, you would be amazed how much they actually know already. You would be amazed how much they could actually do their job better. There's just no incentive to do it. And this is why they fuck up. Last but not least is feedback loops. Again, I've done a couple of videos about that. It doesn't matter which employee, from the lowest ranking Reddit VA chatter to the supervisor or the head of marketing, if they're not getting daily feedback in some form, you are leaving money on the table and you're going to set yourself up for failure. As annoying as it is, as minor as it seems, if you don't give your employees daily feedback, or if someone isn't giving them daily feedback, you're just leaving money on the table. Like, there's literally a pile of money that is laying there, and you say, no, thank you. I would not like that, actually. I would actually like to not earn that type of money because I'm too lazy to record a 10-minute Loom or watch 2 chats for 15 minutes. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me. And every single time we went back from daily feedback to like weekly feedback or less feedback, our numbers dropped. It is the same every time over the last 6 fucking years. Okay? Super fucking important.